It's Christmas time, and every Christmas means that I have to make cold smoked salmon, because it's a tradition. Well, probably need a Christmas hat to do that, don't I? Oh yeah, that's far better. Right, so as I said, cold smoked salmon. It's pretty easy, it's very similar to doing hot smoked fish, but you cold smoke it and the cure's a lot shorter, and the ingredients are heavier because we're only going to cure it for 3 hours. So I'll crack into it. First thing you need is salmon. Okay, I like to do this with salmon tails. I think it's nicer with the tails, but you can do it with the whole section of the salmon, like a whole side if your smoker's big enough, and you can hang it up. But for me, I think the tails are just wicked for it. So I'm going to skin these. The reason being is I want the smoke flavour to come on the bottom and the top, and the skin will prevent that. And you don't want to eat the skin, and you want to be able to slice it very fine without worrying about the skin. So I'm just going to skin them now. Super speed! Super speed! Set. Off you go then. So leftover skins, these are also really nice. Bit of black pepper, bit of lemon juice, and you can fry them in olive oil and they come out lovely. Also really good for feeding your dog. So, skinned it, as you can see. Nice and easy to do with salmon, the skin's quite tough. Okay, so once we've done that, we need to make up the cure. So first we need a bowl. One bowl. One set of scales. Oh no! Shit, I haven't got any salt. Quick break, gonna go down the shop. Sweet, back in action. Salt. It's pretty similar to the dry cure that we use for smoking sea fish. We're going to have a bit more sugar than salt, a bit under a third more sugar than salt. And for this one we use sea salt, again non-iodized, 300 grams. Now this salt is quite coarse, so I think I'll grind it down a little bit in the pestle and mortar. Perfect. Got to just grind it down a little bit more to get more even coverage. Cool. So that's 300 grams of salt. Then we'll put our sugar in. And for salmon I like to use brown sugar. Right, it's about 350 grams of sugar. Soft brown sugar. Okay, so for the flavourings, again, you can really use whatever you like. You can make them spicy. You could put, you could essentially just put this if you like it very plain. But my one, I always do the same thing really. Black pepper, a bit of ground fennel seed, dill, and lemon zest, and that's it. So we'll get into adding those in. So I'll start with the fennel seeds because I want them really finely ground. It's 11 grams of fennel. Sweet. Next, black pepper. It's about 50 grams. Grind that up. Okay, and some dill. And again about 10 grams. And then need some lemon zests. I'm going to zest 2 lemons. Got an extra half from something I used earlier, so I might just put that in as well. Mix that all together, smells pretty cool. And then mix it all up really thoroughly so it's all well incorporated. Ding dong. Perfect. Rightio, and we just need a baking tray or like a roasting tin, something like that, to put these in, because obviously as they cure they're going to let go of their water and replace it with the cure. So I'm going to grab one of those. A little lining on the bottom, and then lay the salmons in it. And a nice layer on top. And the next ones. And you're looking to make sure it's all covered, completely covered in the cure. A lovely looking couple of bits of salmon, 5 pieces. So this now goes in the fridge for exactly 3 hours to cure. I've piddled around with the time quite a bit over the years, and I reckon 3 hours is definitely the best one. So yeah, we'll see you in 3 hours. It's been in the fridge for 3 hours and it's cured. As you can see, all the water's come out of it. Awesome. So now wash it off. Wash all the cure off in cold water. Alright, so you can see that they've changed colour to a nice smoked salmony red colour. And I don't wash them too hard. I leave some of the herbs on them because it's nice. You get almost like a gravlaxy kind of flavour out of it. So now they've been washed both sides. Put them back in the tray or on a plate, whatever you want, and then put them in the fridge to dry for about an hour or so. Alright, off the fridge. Alright, they'll be done in an hour. Alright, it's just about been an hour. Expect my alarm to go off any second. So I'm just going to come fill up the cold smoking unit that I've got, which is different types sold all over the world, but essentially all the same. This one's a UFO, but there's loads of different ones out there. So the wood we're going to use today is Manuka, which is native wood to New Zealand, but otherwise you'd use oak, would be perfect, or apple wood also works quite nice. Alright, that's all full, just about ready to go. We'll just connect up the air hoses. Alright, the salmon's ready, but I'm just going to throw another couple of bits of meat in there. Whenever you run a smoker, you might as well try and fill the smoker. These are some brezolas and a bit of air dried venison. Smells nice. You see, very dry, completely dry to the touch. So you want it, so the smoke's going to stick to it good. Alright, so we'll put this on this little rack here. Perfect. Rightio, so then we put these inside the smoker. Right, awesome. So they're on top, all the meat's underneath them. There's a good gap here for the smoke to get around all of the fish. Cool, so we'll put the lid on the old hot water cylinder cold smoker and set her off. Awesome. So if you can see, but smoke slowly coming out from it. So when running a cold smoker, you want good passage of smoke. You don't just want to make a sealed box and pump smoke into it. You want the smoke just to pass over everything. So we're going to run this now for probably about 5 hours or so, basically until this whole sock of wood here is gone, which normally takes about 5 hours. So we'll let that run and then come back and take a look when it's done. Sweet. Alright, it's the next morning. It's quite early. Wasn't quite done last night, so I just poured a bit of extra wood into the magic and let it carry on. Now it's the morning, so I'll unwrap it and see what it looks like. Just go take the meat back into the meat fridge. back in a second. Alright, it smells bloody awesome in here. So, salmon is completely smoked, bottom and top, but you end up with this layer of condensation on the top of it because I don't know, I just always get it. I think it's just the cure still working. So what I do now is I take these racks and I put them in the fridge for another hour, and that seems to suckle that away, and then you end up with your finished product, which we'll come back and see in a minute. Alright, to the fridge for an hour. Alright, all finished. Looking lovely. Good and smoky. Drop into it, eh? Lovely smoked salmon colour. Cured all the way through.